Hello and welcome to our video on the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, produced between 1963 and 1967. This iconic sports car was first introduced to mark the 10th anniversary of the Chevrolet Corvette, and it quickly became a favorite among car enthusiasts. In December 1958, William Mitchell took over from his mentor, Harley Earl, as designer at General Motors. His organizational skills became apparent quite quickly, and in 1963 America was stunned when the 10th anniversary of the Chevrolet Corvette, the first post-war sports car in the US, was marked by the debut of the avant-garde Stingray model. As the mechanical basis for the prospective car, Mitchell decided to use the chassis of the experimental Corvette Sebring model, which had participated in national sports competitions in 1957. Larry Shinoda, a protege of Mitchell, helped his boss create the original plastic body, which was installed on the running gear of the Sebring model. Thus, the Stingray concept car was born. To test the prototype, Mitchell enlisted John Fitch and Dick Thompson, champions of the 1960 National Championship, from a private sports team, who had support from the Chevrolet engineering and technical department. Zora Arkus Duntov, the creator of the Sebring model chassis, which, as it turned out during testing, had a number of design flaws, also participated in these events. However, Duntov did not believe in the prospects of Mitchell's plans from the very beginning and distanced himself quite demonstratively from the Stingray. This cool attitude of one of the leading designers was largely explained by his busyness with the XT720 project, within the framework of which new ideas were being tested for the prospective Corvette. This work was carried out under the patronage of Ed Cole, who was appointed head of the Chevrolet department shortly before Mitchell took office. Meanwhile, Mitchell was eagerly demonstrating the aesthetic merits of the Stingray at traditional auto shows and sports tracks. Among the ideological predecessors of the production Stingray, there is another notable car, the Mako Shark, built on the chassis of the 1961 Chevrolet Corvette. The author of this concept car with the designation XP755 was none other than Larry Shinoda, who created this wonder with Mitchell's blessing. Below the waistline, the production model clearly resembled the racing and exhibition Stingray of 1959, with all its proportions and a pronounced Stingray-shaped nose. However, this resulted in an unexpected consequence. At high speeds, the car did not respond well to steering, and the raised nose became a sail, lifting the front end off the road. Dick Thompson constantly encountered this phenomenon during testing. Interestingly, the hidden headlights, which became a constant attribute of the Corvette of subsequent generations from 1963, were another object of Mitchell's obsession. Although the 1963 model partly resembled the Corvette of 1961 to 62, the car was 97% new. The luggage compartment, integrated into the overall body volume and not having external access, was executed with nostalgia for pre-war models of the OSBB type. The engine range included a series of units with the same working volume of 5.4 liters, but with different power: 250, 300, and 340 horsepower, all carburetor type. The most powerful 360 horsepower engine was equipped with a fuel injection system. A 3-speed mechanical transmission was included in the standard equipment, and a 4-speed automatic was ordered separately. The Stingray owed its rapid success largely to its relatively moderate price of just over $4,000. The 1963 Stingray sold 21,500 copies, of which 10,919 were convertibles, which was 1.5 times more than the sales of the Corvette in 1962. The use of new suspension springs significantly improved ride smoothness and handling, but the main drawback of the first Stingray insufficient braking efficiency still remained. The most significant modernization was carried out for the 1965 model. The interior featured new bucket seats, a telescopic steering column, and a wooden steering wheel. Finally, Corvette fans received disc brakes on all wheels. The range of V-shaped 8s was replenished with the LT1 engine with a capacity of 350 horsepower. The range of carburetor engines was headed by the same working volume of 5.4 liters, which had 365 horses under the hood. The use of a fuel injection system allowed the potential to be increased to 375 horsepower. In April 1965, Chevrolet introduced a V8 engine with a capacity of 6.5 liters and a power of 425 horsepower. The Stingray equipped with it was easily recognizable by the convex air intake located on the hood, which somewhat spoiled the laconic appearance of the Corvette. At the same time as the new engine, an altered exhaust system with pipes running along the thresholds was offered. However, in 1966, the 425 horsepower engine gave way to a unit bored out to 7 liters. Sales in 1965 reached a record level of 23,562 cars, including 15,376 convertibles. The Stingray met 1966 with minor cosmetic changes to the rear pillars of the body. During the year, 9,900 coupes and 17,762 convertibles were produced. 1967 was the last year in the biography of the Stingray. This model is easily recognizable by the gills located on the front wings, consisting of 5 vertical slots. As a farewell gift to Stingray fans from Mr. Duntov, there was an engine with a capacity of 88, equipped with 3 carburetors and developing a huge 560 horsepower. Unfortunately, during the evolution, the car gained so much weight that even with such a fantastic potential, it still gave way to its uncompromising opponent, the Daisy Cobra. Although General Motors retained this popular name for the Chevrolet Corvette of the 3rd generation, in the national consciousness, the term Stingray is associated primarily with the original 1963 to 67 model. And even today, many Americans consider the Stingray to be the best representative of the glorious Corvette dynasty, and it is hard to disagree with this.